a vibrant planet blessed by the light of the crystal. Amid azure seas, encompassing the westernmost of the 3 great continents, there lies a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. Her name, Eorzea. The annals of Eorzean history chart the rise of a succession of great civilizations, each one enjoying an age of peace, the Astral Eras. To date, all have proven ephemeral. In the year 1572 of the 6th and most recent Astral Era, the Northern Empire of Garlemald amassed a great army at the heart of Eorzea, seeking dominion over all. Rising in desperate resistance, the forces of the Eorzean Alliance met their would-be conquerors in the field. Yet, even as the battle raged, the lesser moon, Dalamud, was plucked from the heavens through imperial machination. From its core emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who unleashed his fury upon the realm. The devastation brought Eorzea to its knees and the era to its end. 5 years have come and gone. The light of life still shines upon Eorzea. Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the calamity's ruin. The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on. Spurred by the promise of peace and prosperity. Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea, one whose tale is yet unwritten. May he ever walk in the light of the crystal.
Hello everybody, welcome to another Qwiktro. It is I, as always, Tristan J, aka ReActionExaminer. Today, the magnificent, the long overdue, Final Fantasy XIV Online, A Realm Reborn. Yay! This is my character, Ina Stormguard. Yes, I only have one character. I have been playing this for a month, about a month, basically, and I don't play MMOs. I'm not an MMO guy. When World of Warcraft first came about, I was pretty harsh on my friends for the investment that they were working on, and I don't know, I just couldn't see the appeal of MMOs. I always loved the anime .hack, and I thought, wow, like a VR video game would be cool. That was the only thing that really wanted me to get into an MMO. Like, that was like literally the only thing that would get me on. But, you know, I dabbled here and there. I tried out Final Fantasy XI last year as part of an experiment. I guess 2 years ago, technically. Now it's 2014. But November of 2012, I tried out Final Fantasy XI to do a Final Fantasy retrospective, which I'm sure my followers have seen, right? Right. Anyway, so lo and behold, blah, 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 we get to now. This was $10 on PSN. I thought, hey, you know what? $10, that's pretty cool. I don't want to miss out on Final Fantasy. and it comes with a free 30-day trial. So here we are. So Ina Stormguard. All right. So I am a gladiator. That is my main class. But as you saw in my little menu thing, I can have all kinds of other classes. Basically, your one class can be all kinds of other classes. This is your quest log right here. Leave quests, or lev quests, I don't even know how you say them. They're basically quests that you can do over and over again, and they're marked on your map. You choose to initiate them or whatever. I'll show you kind of how it works. It's basically something to help you get gil, and as well as, help you level up faster if you run out of normal quests to do before you can, level up. Because, as I was saying, you can have multiple quests in this, or not quests, you can have multiple classes in this game. And that's one of the reasons why I like it. Compared to Final Fantasy XI. Let's start with that. Final Fantasy XI was, a cool take on Final Fantasy in an online realm. I don't think it should have been Final Fantasy XI, it should have been Final Fantasy Online, but let's take that aside. I like the fact of kind of an open world huge thing. I like that about 11. It was clanky, it was hard to play by yourself, and it was super challenging and really grinding. And getting into this, I thought it'd be the same thing, better graphics, stuff like that. And again, not a demo mode, but I was like, an experiment. I am a budding video game historian, researcher, whatever the fuck you want to call me. But yeah, I want to try it out. So immediately within the first few hours of really getting the mechanics down, to a little lesser degree, I was hooked. I could not put this game down. In the month that I played, I probably sunk in, I think my game time is about 60 or 70 hours. I haven't checked in a while as of this recording, but yeah, it's somewhere in there. So, about as much time as I put into Fallout 3. So, yes, if you're wondering, I am qualified to review this game, I think. I have not beaten it. I have not come anywhere near close to beating it, if you can really beat this game or whatever, but I'm fairly far or whatever. But yeah, just the mechanics are super fast. As you see there, the hot bar, you hold down R2, you hit circle, square, triangle X, or the D-pad. You can do combos. If you hit L2, you can do, you can map everything. But if I hit L2, I can heal myself, I can use a potion. It's just so well implemented. You get rewards for these quests. The quests are pretty easy to handle. You may not be able to finish them, but if you die, no experience loss. It'll transport you back to your home world, and that's a really cool thing about it. If you want to go back to your home world, if you complete the quest and you're way out in the middle of the desert, you can, one, teleport there. It'll cost you some gold, but you can teleport anywhere as long as you've been there. Or using the crystal thing, it's that purple diamond on the left-hand side. If you hit that, it'll transport you back to whatever your home point is. And right now, my home point is... oh boy. These names. Ulgad? The Steppes of Uldar? Something like that. But basically the home place where you step into. I think that Larpy Yuri, whoever just ran by, I think she was naked. While I would love to show you guys me running around naked fighting monsters, I'm kind of in an area that's about my level, so if I had no armor on, I'd get smoked. But anyway, the transition, yes, I skipped the transition, fast forward ahead, and I went back to this little village where I can turn the quest. You get experience points, you get gil, you get bonus stuff for putting some extra things on there or whatever. So there's all kinds of leave quests, and again, you can do them daily, and they renew. And they're good for leveling up your multiple classes, which I keep on forgetting to get into. Multiple classes. At a certain point, I think it's level 10, you can start doing multiple classes like they allow you to. And at that point, there is no limit. You just go to all the guilds, be like, hey, I want to be an alchemist now. Hey, I want to be a conjurer now. Hey, I want to be a thermitage now. Thermitage is basically a black mage, and a conjurer is basically a white mage. A little bit different. Actually, the white mage has some pretty cool battle skills too. But anyway, it's in terms of quests and stuff like that, everything is pretty basic. I've come across some story bits, and they've been pretty interesting. A couple of them have been voice acted. A lot haven't. It's very slow. I don't really know how MMOs really typically are, or if I'm just slow, I'm doing extra stuff and whatever. But I don't know. You can preset these classes though, and bada bing, boom. Now I'm an archer. Look at that. Look at my sexy archer self. Or you can go back in there and be like, nah, I don't want to be an archer right now. I'm going to be... let's see. What's a skill that I can show you guys? Yeah, this'll do. No, not that one. Yeah, an alchemist. This is a non-battle class. This is basically making potions and all kinds of other stuff. And how you level up is quite interesting and kind of bizarre. And I don't know. It's not what I would call fun, but making things is pretty cool. So you choose a recipe, and you pop out your thingy, and then you use the skills again on the hotbar that you can assign. R2, circle, I believe, is you get it started or whatever. I think X is to make it a more finer specimen, and I don't know, stuff like that. And then you can make your bottle, potion, whatever, and then you level up that way. So there's obviously the battle classes, and there's obviously trade classes to, weave or alchemy or some other stuff. See, what was I saying before this? I can't quite remember. It's something about classes and warping, and yeah. Anyway, it's it's all good. Like I said, I am not into MMOs, but this is cool. Oh, story. That's what I was trying to get into. Yes, story. If it's one thing that I can really dock this thing for, it's the story. I pretty much ignore what they're telling me. None of these quests are really that interesting. Go kill some things, whatever. I just do them to level up and to see new things. I mean, there's some cool quests where, there's cool monsters or objectives or whatever. But in terms of, stories along with those quests, they're pretty dumb. And I could not tell you really a single one. Eventually, you'll come to know some characters and stuff, and then they'll play out in the larger thing. But basically, if you watch the opening movie, you kind of know that there's a dragon, and there's a war going on, and this is a rebirth of the planet, or something like that, whatever. These aetherite, they are the big crystals that you can set for your home point. And now I can warp to this place anytime I want to, or set it at my home and make it free or whatever. Also, if you notice before, to my side, there's that mech thingy or whatever. And see, I can transport anywhere, cost some gold, whatever. Let me warp back to my home location though. Alright, so I am now back to my home location, which is festive right now since it is Christmas. As of this recording, I should say. But you should be watching this in January 2014 or whenever I decide to put this up. Anyway, yes, this is the steps of Uldad, Ulgad, whatever, something. There's something in here. Ulda, the steps of Ulda, whatever. As soon as I stepped into this place, I was like, wow, it feels like I'm in Final Fantasy XII again, which is a Final Fantasy that a lot of people don't like. And I really gotta thank that game for actually making me like the MMO mechanics in general. I don't think if I would have played that game, I wouldn't have been able to pick up a lot of MMOs as quickly. I love that game, though. That game is super awesome. I think it's very underrated. I also think that Final Fantasy XIII gets a lot of hate. They're all different. I don't necessarily hate any of them. Final Fantasy II, that was a weird battle system. I don't hate it. It was different. I applaud their experimentation with every single one. If Final Fantasy 13 wants to be a closet, an exploratory thingamadinger, yeah, whatever. So yeah, in order to build characters, all you gotta do is equip the weapon will change your class, and then you equip your stuff all over again, or you can, as you saw earlier, set equipment to that list, and then it'll, keep it. So, yeah, and this town has all kinds of shops and stuff, but enough exploring. Let's get to something really cool here. Alright, so now I'm going to be showing you a guild leave. And a guild leave, unlike a leave quest, is so you sign up for it, and it's basically like, okay, you're in this guild thing here. When there's enough players to start this thing, we'll call you. So you'll sign up for it. Sometimes it could be right away. Sometimes it'll take, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or whatever. I think before I got this one started, I think it was about like 10, 15 minutes. And then it'll be like, hey, this guild quest is ready. Are you ready? Too bad. And then it warps you to this point, and I'm playing with a bunch of random peoples all over the world. And, I don't need to know them wherever. We all know our tasks. I am the tank, essentially. Each thing is like, oh, this mission will have 1 tank, 2 magic people, whatever, you know what I mean. So it's all class-based. So, if I was a magic user, it would make me find places where a magic user is needed. If I'm the fighter or gladiator, it would make me find a place where I need to use my gladiator skills. And it's pretty cool. Like I said, it does take a while, so you could be in the middle of a quest and then randomly like, hey, time to go, and then you fail that quest because, you're transported to a magical land that you have no choice over. But, I guess that's a very small gripe, and it's pretty cool to do these leave quests, or guild quests, whatever. Like the leave quests, you can do them multiple times, although the rewards are diminished after the first time or whatever, and they unlock the further you go into, so you can do bigger and better ones, higher levels, whatever. And, they're pretty quick, just like a match in Call of Duty or something like that. It's all team-based, and you don't... I mean, unless you want to die, you're going to do your job. There's no dicking around here. And I haven't had really any trouble with any of these things either. I haven't done a lot, as many as I've done leave quests or the, side quests or main quests in the actual game itself, but, very, very cool. So, gosh, how do I want to close this thing up? Well, as I'm battling here, let me think of any questions that you may have. Gosh, I don't know. I like this game a lot. I think it's very easy to get into. It's not my first MMO, but it's my first one I've played, like I said, 70-some hours of, and really, really got into it. It was really the first one that captured me, and that's because I think it's super easy to use on the PS3. User-friendly. It's pretty fast to get used to. It's cool all around. I don't know. It's great. I mean, I bought it for $10, so there's no complaints here. And I think it's definitely worth that. The sale's not going on anymore, but you find this for like $20 on sale or whatever, or I actually might play some more and pay for the subscription. But given my busy schedule, writing about other games, I don't think I am. I'm hopefully going to be waiting for a slow month where it'll be like, maybe I'll sign up again here or whatever. I'm definitely not deleting my account, but for now, given the time that I have sunk into this thing, I think I am very ready to give this game a 4 out of 5. I like this game a lot. As an MMO and as a Final Fantasy game. There's all kinds of little nods to Final Fantasy here. There's nods, there's chocobos, there's summons, all kinds of magical quests, the guilds, the job classes. It's super fast, super fun, super, super addicting. The one thing that is a letdown is the story. And again, the parts that I have seen of the main story, where there was voice acting and some cool stuff happening, awesome. Nailed it right out of the park. Square Enix, you gotta show that stuff a little bit more. That's my one complaint. But, yeah. So, I cannot recommend this game enough. It's a lot of fun for Final Fantasy fans, for MMO fans. It's just a blast. Again, 4 out of 5. Try it out. Maybe you'll see some more of it later down the road. But for now, I don't know. Have fun with it. And I'll see you guys later.
Boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, subscribe, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom.